I watched Hereditary once. 3 years later, I still can't even look at Dollhouses the same way. Tonight, we're opening the doors to 10 haunted house films so terrifying, most horror fans refuse to watch them twice. Ready? Because our first entry made audiences scream so loud, theaters actually had to warn people. Most haunted house movies rely on cheap jump scares. But The Conjuring? It's different. James Wan transformed the true-life cases of Ed and Lorraine Warren into something that feels less like a movie, more like you're watching cursed home videos. From the moment the Perron family moves in, the house breathes dread. Creaks, lingering shadows, and that hide-and-clap game. Yeah, good luck ever playing that again. What makes The Conjuring effective is how grounded it feels. No buckets of gore or over-the-top CGI. Just a house that feels truly alive and wants you out. The scares hit hard. Audiences screamed in theaters. But what sticks with you isn't just the jump scares. It's that heavy sense of being watched, knowing something's right around the corner. Most horror fans admit, once is plenty. Watch it again, and you're inviting that same unease straight into your own living room. Drop a ghost face emoji below if you've seen The Conjuring. Did you ever rewatch it? Lake Mungo breaks the haunted house rules, unfolding like a documentary piecing together the death of a teenage girl. The horror lies in silences, shadows, and relentless grief. Every performance feels real. You forget it's fiction. When the secrets surface, the shock is less about ghosts and more about overwhelming sadness. Most horror fans won't revisit it, not because it isn't brilliant, but because the grief is too heavy to carry twice. Hereditary isn't just a haunted house. It's a family trapped by relentless grief and something very wrong. Ari Aster traps you inside their pain, with wrongness in every corner, and the miniature dollhouse mocking the real home. Shadows swallow everyone whole. But the scene in the car? Most horror fans know exactly which one I mean. It doesn't just give you nightmares, it leaves you with psychological scars. Once you've gone through Hereditary, a second watch feels like stepping into a nightmare you know ends badly. Want gothic atmosphere? The Others is dripping in it. Nicole Kidman delivers a mesmerizing performance as a mother protecting her kids in a mansion built of fog and candlelight. Every creak and flicker pulls you deeper. But what truly sets it apart is the reveal. No spoilers. Once you know the truth, the whole film shifts inside your head. That twist is so chilling, a second watch feels impossible. Not because it wouldn't still work, but because you know too much now. This is a haunted house that sticks with you long after the candles burn out. Paranormal Activity changed the game. No big budget or monsters, just a bedroom, a camera, and slow-burning dread. Watching Katie and Micah sleep while something creeps closer every night is pure nightmare fuel. The genius? How ordinary it all feels. These are just two people in a regular house. Doors slam, shadows move when they shouldn't. That's why it's so scary. You imagine it happening at home, and that's why most fans don't revisit it. Sleepless nights stick in your mind forever. Are you still watching? Comment if you made it through those endless nights. For found footage fans, Noroi is the holy grail. It creeps up on you through interviews and shaky video, weaving tales of curses and rituals. But its true strength? Patience. Noroi layers on dread until you're trapped. By the time it all comes together, you're convinced you've seen something forbidden. Most call it a masterpiece. Almost none return for a second viewing. The sense of doom is overwhelming, like opening a door you can't close. Which of these films sounds the most terrifying so far? Drop your pick below. Few haunted house films carry as much legendary weight. Following the Lutz family's move into a Long Island house with a bloody past, the film delivers classic haunted house chills, creepy voices, swarms of flies, and a sense the house is angry. What makes it so unforgettable? The suggestion that this really happened. Forget skeptics. Once you've seen Amityville, the idea that a house can drive you mad is hard to shake. For most fans, one watch is enough. The house has left its mark. For horror purists, The Innocents is a chilling black-and-white adaptation of The Turn of the Screw. Deborah Kerr plays a governess convinced her wards are possessed. But is it real or just in her mind? The visuals remain haunting decades later, but it's the psychological weight, the slow, creeping realization that something is terribly wrong that makes repeat watches unbearable. Sinister doesn't waste time. From the first frame, Super 8 footage of a family being hung from a tree, you know you're in for a nightmare. Ethan Hawke's character finds reels depicting the horrific end of multiple families. It's not just disturbing imagery, it's the dread of uncovering something cursed. Bughuul in the background is bad enough, but the real terror is knowing where this is heading. Most watch Sinister just once, and honestly, that's all it takes. Event Horizon is sci-fi, but at its core, it's a haunted house in space. A rescue crew boards an abandoned ship only to find hell itself. What follows is a spiral of visions, violence, and raw horror that pushes even genre veterans to their limit. Disturbing imagery, graphic torment, and psychological breakdowns, this film leaves its mark. One ride past the edge of sanity is enough for most viewers. And there you have it, 10 haunted houses you'll never want to revisit. But if you're a glutton for punishment, tell me in the comments, which one have you watched more than once? If you made it through Noroi twice, you're braver than I am. Hit subscribe for more nightmare fuel. I've got a backlog guaranteed to keep you up at night. If you're still hungry for horror, check out our last deep dive, 10 90s horror movies that still hold up. Trust me, those aged like fine wine, or maybe like blood. Thanks for joining me in the darkness, horror family. Sweet dreams, if you can manage.